Fans have taken to social media to remember Mabena. SABC News reporter Offensive Stimo joins us outside Mabena's home in Centurion, Pretoria. Thanks very much for joining us, Offensive. Obviously a very sad time. What's the mood like where you are?
Thank you very much, Nompu. A very somber moment as we come into you from the official residence of Bob Mabena. As you rightfully mentioned in your intro, he has a radio and TV career spanning over 3 decades. And a lot of South Africans actually took to social media yesterday to mourn the loss of the giant. But joining me now is Power FM chairman, Mr. Mkhari, who's actually going to elaborate a bit further on what actually transpired and logistics moving forward. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Mkhari, and condolences for your losses. I know you've worked many years with Mabena.
No, thank you very much. I think that obviously the news is still very fresh to the family. But the family is very overwhelmed by the love that is being demonstrated towards the family, the prayers for the family. Mabena's wife, his children are expressing a lot of gratitude towards the love that has been demonstrated. As we said in our brief statement yesterday, it's early days, so we will be communicating further details around what happens next. A lot of things will become clearer hopefully later today, but suffice to say, deep gratitude towards the whole South Africa that has stood behind and are praying for the family. It is very evident that Mabena did not just belong to the family, did not belong to his employer, was loved by generations who have known him for years. I think what has come clear to a lot of people is that he was only 51, and yet when we talk about Uncle Bob, his achievements would almost suggest that you're talking about an 80, 90-year-old. And to a certain extent, the family, some members of the family are equally positively so surprised about the love and how literally the nation has stood still thus far with the love that has been demonstrated. So we express our gratitude. Also, I think that given the circumstances in the country with COVID, trying to lay to rest a giant, a king of his magnitude under the circumstances, it's not an easy thing, but we will do our best to ensure that as many South Africans as possible are part of the journey towards laying him to rest with the technology that is available to us. So the point is to say that we all are alert to the times that we're living in, and the family reaffirms the respectful request for space, not to avoid people, but because of the times that we're living in. The same would apply to those of us who are practitioners in the media environment, to also recognize that to the family, this is a son, this is a brother, this is a father, this is a husband. They are not putting to rest a celebrity. Yes, he belongs to a bigger South African. We're getting calls from all over the world. But also, I think our bigger responsibility is to support the family, to pray with the family, but also to make it possible to lay him to rest without breaking the laws of the country. And if all of us can be mindful of that in the way that we interact with the family, that we'll really, really appreciate that. But the most important message is that the family is very, very grateful and thankful for the love shown thus far. It means a lot.
Yes. And in terms of logistics of organizing funeral arrangements and everything, I suppose it's still early, actually.
Yes, we are mindful of the timelines within which we need to lay him to rest, but we're also mindful that we need to do that in a dignified way and give him a send-off that a king deserves. And the balancing act between those considerations in mourning is not an easy one.
Thank you so much. That was Power FM chairman actually emphasizing that they actually recognized that despite Mr. Bob Mabena being a public figure, they also recognize the times that we are in, whereas there needs to be some social distance. So he appealed to followers and fans to respect the period that the family is in, and they will get information as to how and when the funeral will be beamed on different social platforms. And with that, it's back to studio.
Thanks very much, Offense, for that report.